Hello, welcome back if you're a current subscriber. Welcome if you're new. So, welcome to 2024. We've survived 2023. Let's see how 2024 goes. So, by the title of this video, you can see that I have some goals set for 2024. So, I have my happy planner because we're going to talk about that. Like, I need my notes so we can talk about it. So, you guys know in my videos I've made several comments, as well as you've seen my hauls, that they're obviously much smaller because I'm trying to be more conscious of what's coming in, when I'm warming, all of that. So I have this lovely little happy planner with like some YouTube ideas for videos, my Scentsy Club, and my repurchase list. And then I also do, when I send out Happy Mail, I update that so that I know like when I sent it, what I sent my customers. So if you've ordered from me, thank you again. I did send out a bunch of bring back my bar stuff. So let's get into this. So I have each vendor listed, like this is the Melted Mousse, and there's scents in here that I don't have that I would like to purchase. So here's how I'm gonna go into 2024 is I am going to have a list, and I'm going to share more of like when a vendor does a pre-order. I might do a video and share what I'm going to order, because you guys seem to like when I did a Teddy Bees video like that, especially because that vendor only does for a year. I feel like that's a little bit more limited. If you want to see me do one with lavender and speckles or other vendors, let me know. But so in this, I have each vendor and then what scents. And now the one for the Melted Mousse I don't have anymore, but I've been working on an Excel sheet that has each vendor and then the scents I have, what size I have, and if I want to reorder it. And what I noticed in doing that Excel spreadsheet was there was a lot of great scents I had, but some of them I was like, yeah, I don't think I would reorder them. But I want to keep them on that list so that way when I'm done with them, I will change the quantity. At the end of the month, I'm going to save all of my wax in a box, and then I'm going to make sure I take those out of that spreadsheet, and I'm going to share with you in my last weekly empties. Like I'm going to do one, I don't know if I'm going to do them every week or if I'm going to do still twice a month, but at the end of the month I will share how much vendor wax I've emptied and how much Scentsy I've emptied, and then that way, and then I can put that into my spreadsheet as well, and then put in there like do I want more of that scent or not, because I feel like I need to be looking at that as well, because when I did my spreadsheet, which took me a couple days just because I was doing it in between doing other things like my nails and all that kind of stuff, I feel like when I was smelling scents and going through them, and I also have another bin of destash that I'm going to destash. So because I'm like, if I don't love it, I need to just let it go, right? But obviously I'm not going to do wax that's 2022 because now technically it's new in 2024, but I don't want to be posting wax from 2022. So I'm just going to pull the 2023 wax that I have and destash it. So in here in this binder, then I have like the Melted Mousse, Teddy Bees. And for me in here, I'm only posting the empties so they're gone now and I want to reorder them. So that's kind of how my binder is set up, or my happy planner technically, right? I need to add one in here for Rose Girls, unless it's in here, but I don't think it is. I need more of my Circus Concession because, it's not mine, but you guys know that's like my all-time favorite scent. And it's hard to get sometimes, and I do need to add Circus Concession because I have one more bag, and I am warming in this studio and all of downstairs. I'm warming. Her mom did a half pie, and I did order that last year, and I'm warming that. And then that's what I have. I have half a scoop. So that one is pretty much going to be gone, I'm assuming, by the next time they re-pour it or I can get it. Now, so that's kind of the point of my happy planner, is to write the vendors and what scents I'm out of. So going forward in 2024, I'm not going to be purchasing if I have a bag of it. Or let's say I'm warming that bag, then I will allow myself to repurchase it. But if I have 2 bags or even 1 bag and I'm like, okay, this isn't a scent I only do at Christmas time, I'm not reordering it. So I'm going to be very specific about what I'm ordering and keeping tabs of everything coming in and going out, just so I can work on an acceptable, reasonable level of wax, because obviously I do love wax, but I don't have a personal number set in mind of what I want for wax pieces that I have. And when I did my Excel, I just counted everything as one thing. So whether that was a sample or a loaf, I counted that just as one item. I am also going to be only ordering bedroom scents in a souffle, or possibly a tub if that's the only option. But I would prefer just to do bedroom scents because in a souffle I can get 4 warms in my bedroom bathroom. And that's just my preference on how I like it to perform. That's just what works for my home. And then as far as a scent like a bakery, a loaf I can definitely do because especially if it's a favorite, which I have a lot of favorites, from specific vendors. And I will be posting a video on my favorite scents for 2023 from each vendor, or that's kind of what I'm going to do, or my top 10 vendors. I'm going to pick my favorite scents from that vendor in 2023. So that video is coming. It's just been hard. I was sick until like right before Christmas, and then Christmas and work. So I'm trying to work on that. So I don't necessarily have a number for each month for 2024. I just want to be more mindful of what I'm ordering. So I did make one purchase so far, which is, I guess, the 5th. But, and they were all new scents, I believe. Were they? Yes. Should I have done that? Probably not, but I did. But again, it was a smaller order. And so I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not going to order because I don't feel like that's me or being truthful. But I want to be mindful of what I'm ordering and not just saying, oh, I'm going to order just to get free shipping, because that's ridiculous for me personally, because I do have the wax I have. Now, please do not take this out of context. I'm not talking about anybody but myself. These are my personal things I'm going to say to myself, because, I've been in that so many times where I'm like, I have this much. So if I just order this much more, I could get free shipping. And I'm thinking, so you're going to order $60 more to get free shipping? Like, this just, to my brain, I'm like, okay, I want to say impulsively, yes, that makes sense. But I'm making myself take a pause and think about that, and then be like, nope, you wanted these 3 cents, just get in and get out. Because I just did a Rose Girls pre-order in December, and she poured Let's Go Ghouls, is it? And I have asked her, thank you, Jenny, first of all, for pouring that, but I asked her if she could pour it maybe a month ago when I first got it, or 2 months ago when I first got it. And she ended up doing it in the pre-order. Well, of course I'm going to order, because I specifically asked her for that scent. Now, I only ordered that scent. Did I have my cart full to get free shipping? Yes, I did. But I had to pause and say, nope, even though it was in 2024, right? Because I didn't technically need to do that. But I just wanted to be like, okay, but you don't need that. The 3 bags and the shipping is still a reasonable amount. And then it's a scent you love. So why are you adding other things that you may not love? Because I went through, when I was doing that spreadsheet, like I said, I was going through and I'm looking at these scents and I'm like, they're all good, but they're not loves. And then I was looking at the pile of the things that I love, and I'm like, you don't need to try every new scent, and it's okay if you miss out, because she'll eventually have it again, whether that's in a year. Well, I have enough wax I can work. So I need to really take a pause and be like, look at your list, and if it's not on there, or if you already have, like I pull up my Excel and I have 2 bags, then I can't order it, okay? Now, again, Teddy Bees is a little different because of sometimes I can't, like when I just asked her for Santa Claus is Coming to Town and, what's my cookie one that I love? I'm drawing a blank. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and then I can't remember which one it is. It's like I can see it, but I just can't think of it. Anyway, when I asked her to pour those, it had been 2 years since I had gotten them again. So for me, I was like, yes, I'm going to order that, because I literally was keeping the last 4 bits of Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and then the other one I was completely out of, but they were in my binder. Well, let's see if they're still there, because I should have checked them off. I had Strawberry Trees and Cream, and I had Santa Claus is Coming to Town, so I can cross that one off. Hot Girl Summer. I'm hoping for that one. Miami Vice, I love that one. And the Hamptons. Oh, I really hope she pours those for spring, summer. And Sadie. Okay. So obviously you can see I have this list. So I could cross off 2, but there is one more on there that I was out of. And it's a cookie and milk and cookies, but I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, so I asked her for those, and then the poll, so she puts up a poll, and then they won. So I was like, of course I'm going to order those, because again, I hadn't had them in 2 years. So like the Hamptons, I don't have any more of that left, and it was from 2 years ago, so I would like to get that again. And then Hot Girl Summer, I don't have it anymore, and and it's been 2 years. And the Melted Mousse, now she's doing orders, but you have to message her her Jackie, you have to message her, not the Melted Mousse, on Facebook to ask if you can do an order with her. So that should be soon. And then like Swanky, I just finished Santa's Bake Shop, so that's on my list now. Now Rose Girls is a little bit bigger list, but I'm gonna go through that and honestly cross off things that like, do I really, really need them? And like I said, Zape, I only have a couple in here. Salt Mountain, there's only a couple. So my list isn't that big. And actually I need to cross off some of these because Harper James, I got some of these actually. So that's kind of how I'm going into 2024. I'm going to update this binder or my happy planner, whatever the heck it is. It's fine. My planner, I'm going to update, and then I will be sticking to that. Am I saying I'm going to be 100%? No, because that's just not reality. That's just not me, because I'm kind of, like sometimes I'm a little impulsive. So that's my plan for 2024 as far as that. So then as far as like some other thoughts I have for 2024 in my channel, and I think I'm going to try really, really hard to do a nail video, whether that's once a month or twice a month. Because I do my nails usually every week and a half. And I know a lot of people comment and ask me how I do it. So I think I'm not going to do a full tutorial, but I will like speed it up or show you and talk through it about how I do it. And you don't have to watch those videos. Like, I get it. Some people are just like, maybe you don't want to see that. But if you do, then it would be there for you to watch. I'm going to try to have some special guests on my channel, which is obviously probably my family, right? Or maybe I can get April, because she's local to me, to do a video with me. And I'm still going to do some vlogs. I have ideas in mind for that. So I think I'm going to incorporate all of those things in 2024, because this is my channel, and I know I started it with hauling wax, but I feel like as in the last 2 years, it'll be 2 years on January 25th that I started my channel. And I'm not going to get emotional, but I've made so many great friendships. I've had so many people reach out for me, just asking me questions like about my nails or products I use. And I'm enjoying the community, the friends I've made. And so I just want to do a little bit more. And again, if people don't want to watch it, then they just don't watch it. And that's okay, because to me, it's not about views. It's not about subscribers. It's not about any of that. I just want to be present and spend time with you in your home, And my husband was messaging me today. He's so funny about ideas for a video with him. So let us know if you want to do a video, or if you'd like to see a video with my husband and I. I think that's great that he's even interested in that. But he's always been my biggest cheerleader. Sometimes a cheerleader I feel like I don't deserve, but he's my cheerleader regardless. Like, it's good to have a partner in life that is that good to you. Even though sometimes I feel like, I've shared this on my Facebook page, and I've shared it on Instagram. Like, I've not watched Yellowstone. My husband watched it without me, which was kind of sad. Hello. But where it's Rip and then Beth, and he's like, I can't deal with you today. And there's this like video of like what my husband thought he was marrying, or what my husband thinks he got when he married me, and then at the like what he's married to, and it's like Beth and Rip. And sometimes I feel like that's me. Like, I'm sweet, I'm sassy, but at the end of the day, I'm also a lot of other things, and not everything that everyone sees. But we appreciate each other for for who we are. And there was only one perfect person that ever walked the earth, and that was Jesus. And we don't claim to be that, and we don't need to be that, because we are saved by his blood. And my husband reminds me a lot when I say, well, I'm not a perfect Christian. And he's like, but you don't need to be. It's where your heart is and what you believe. And I was like, okay, that's true. So the fact that he watches my channel and that he has some ideas, I mean, that makes me happy that he's interested in things I'm interested in. You know, I went ice fishing last year a couple times with him and the kids. Do I like it? No, because literally in that vlog that I shared, as we're sitting on the ice, my brain goes to, what if we fall through? Like, those are things that my brain goes to, but I force myself to go because I want to do that for my husband and my kids. And so we all do things in life that maybe isn't our cup of tea, but we do it for the benefit of the other people. Like, being a mother is about that. You make a lot of choices that you don't generally want to do, but you do them for your children, because being a parent it's hard to be selfish, or, you know, if you are, I think that would be a struggle. But for me, I just want to share things that I enjoy. And again, I'm doing this in hopes to connect to you. Hopefully you feel like in this big world, you're not so alone in maybe your thinking. Because I had coffee with my friend this morning, and we were talking about things and just our trials, because I've known her since, it's been a long time. And she obviously knew my son who passed away. And we were talking about our life struggles and where we've come from that. And she was saying that although each of us have different journeys, you can still have struggles and not lose a child. You can have struggles with your kids going to college or moving out and things like that. But the fact that we can come together and support each other and encourage each other and lift each other up, that's what it's about, is making those connections. And I just hope in the big scheme of this, in this channel and talking to you on YouTube and Instagram, that maybe what I'm going through or what I'm experiencing or what I share with you helps you in some way, because life isn't easy, but it's a whole lot easier when you have a group of people lifting you up instead of pushing you down. And I just want to feel like going forward in 2024 that I can do that. Again, that doesn't mean I'm perfect, because I'm definitely not. But I just hope that in 2024 we can support each other wherever we're at, whether that's you have a low buy or no buy or not. It doesn't really matter. I don't care what anyone else in the world does as far as that goes. I'm just talking about what my thoughts and ideas are moving forward in 2024. And you can watch any or all of it. I'm totally happy and fine with all of that. I love all of you for your differences and the things we share in common, the love for wax, our families, God, whether or not, whatever that is. I just want you to know that I appreciate you. Truly, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. When I read your comments, and if I'm busy and I like it or heart it, I do try to go back and comment at some point. But I love that interaction. I love reading the comments. It's even though sometimes when I'm having a hard day and maybe I just don't have the words, your words of encouragement through the holidays and anniversaries of my son and his death and his birthday are so valued and appreciated. Or telling me about a favorite scent that you have, or a scent of mine that, maybe you don't love, because again, we can all have differences and that's okay. So this week I put up some new nail gel racks. I have a big order coming in hopefully today. I will actually record that, and I will probably in that video, I'll do the haul of some nail stuff I ordered, and then I will share a nail set design that I did off of that. So now, one of the vendors I use is Clear Jelly Stamper, and they have this animal leopard print stamper, and then I colored in all the neon colors myself. And when I was at work and when I met my friend this morning for coffee, she's like, you did not do your own nails. I'm like, you've known me for so long. I have a different nail design every week. All my friends, when I worked at the school, every week at every building, they'd say, oh, let me see your nails this week. I'm like, of course, I do my own nails. Of course this isn't a sticker. Okay, let me show you, because I don't know if I've done a video this week. So I can insert a photo too, but I used a stamp for the outside of the black leopard, and then I colored in all of these. And now I did the green and the yellow, I did custom with some nail powders, and I also did custom nail powders over this, the glitter. So I will, when I do that video, I will share the haul that from Clear Jelly Stampers, and then I think actually FedEx is right over there with my order, because she had a big sale after New Year, and I haven't ordered in a while, and I love their products for stamping and designing my nails. And so I'll share that haul in a video, and then I will do a nail design for you so you can kind of see how I use it. Again, watch it. Maybe for me, I was telling my friend this morning, I do my nails because it's a stress reliever. It's doing something just for me that brings me joy. It's self-care. I asked her when she was talking about life, I said, do you do anything for yourself? Do you? Because I feel like you don't. She's a nurse. She's a mom. She's a wife. Like, she does a lot for everybody else. And I said, can I just encourage you to do something for you? Being a mom of 7, I've had to learn. It took me probably 4 kids to learn it's okay to have self-care. And that, whether that's a pedicure, a manicure, getting your nails done, a massage, getting your hair done, like, it's okay to be selfish and do those things. It's not even selfish. I don't want to say that wrong, but just doing something for you because you deserve it. You deserve it as a human, as a mother, as a wife, as a woman, as a man, whatever. You deserve to to have something that brings you joy. Having a coffee, meeting a friend, all of those things can be great self-care. So again, and I'm just in 2024, I'm going to continue to do all of those things. And I always work on my mental health. I do. I feel like putting that effort in my life is always going to benefit my family and myself. I'm not ashamed to say that I go to therapy because I had a traumatic childhood. I lost my son. I struggle with that even now. 7, it'll be 7 years in June. And his birthday, he would have been 9. That is crazy. Yeah. Wow. That's interesting to think of, when he was 15 months when he passed, and he would have been 9. In March he will be 9, or would have been 9. But there's nothing wrong with getting help and working on yourself with techniques. I want to encourage you, if you are struggling, there's a great book called The Body Keeps Score. And it talks about how when our mental health is struggling, how it affects our physical health. And I was struggling with my ulcer and just so many symptoms after my son passed away, and my doctor recommended that book. And when I was sitting on the beach with my dear friend in Florida reading this book and crying and realizing that PTSD and trauma can totally change how we are feeling every day, I was like, I had no idea that it could go into your physical health. And that really opened my eyes, and I started doing gluten-free and elimination diet on what things was affecting my health, actually. And being gluten-free has changed my life, truly, because I feel like we don't have healthy things in our food nowadays. And I feel, for whatever reason, that does affect me. And I don't care what anyone believes. I know how it makes me feel to have gluten in my diet and how my body responds to it. Here comes FedEx. They're stopping. Now you'll probably hear the dogs bark, or maybe you won't. But so I just feel like, I hope and pray. Yeah, he's pulling in the driveway. So I'm going to go get that and record a video because I'm super excited about that haul coming. But I just hope and pray that, if you're struggling, read a book, get help, do something that brings you joy. So I know there's a lot of rambling, but those are my thoughts and feelings as far as 2024 goes. I don't ever, if I don't meet a goal or something I have in mind, I don't ever beat myself up, because there's enough that we beat ourselves up about every day. I think generally most people do that. They can be their own worst critic. I already struggle with my self-esteem, and a lot of things. And my faith, like, I always just feel like I'm not good enough, and that comes from a history of my mother. I was the one who sustained the abuse as a child. I was the black sheep of my family, although I'm not. So I'm the most successful and the happiest, I think, of the siblings. So although she tried to bring me down because she realized I was better than she was, she didn't succeed. But I know we can all be our own worst enemy. So I really hope and pray that you know that God loves you and that you're amazing, and whatever you're going through, that there are people who understand what you're going through. And I appreciate you very much. I truly do. When people reach out to me and ask me to pray, I really do pray for you. I think about all of you often. There's so many people I could list, but I don't want to, because if they reach out to me, I'm not going to share that unless they share it, because that's private. That's something that somebody entrusted with me. But just know that, like, I can think of so many people in my brain right now that I've met through this community that I think of and pray of very often. And let's see what 2024 has in store for us, and let's make it a great year. Not a perfect year, because nothing is perfect in life. And I learned that, like, in my 20s. There is no idea of perfection. It's just live the best version of you and find joy in that version. Because I just found personally, if I try to seek perfection, that doesn't exist. Again, there was only one perfect person, and his name was Jesus. So with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Bye.